Welcome back, all my history buffs, to the History Coach. In today's short video, I'm going to explain why you should invest in history. Coach Line, history is so boring. All we do is just read and either fall asleep, read, watch a short movie. When will history come alive for me? No worries, sleepy student. The History Coach is here to help you. Watch out. Watch out. You're about to be bit by the history bug. You may ask, what does the history bug do to you? Well, the history bug crawls up inside that skin and infects you with the passion of history. The passion of history, yes, you need that teacher somewhere in your academic lives to help you have that passion. And with that passion, you can then invest so much effort and so much time to becoming a history buff. Join the team. Coach Line, can that be you? Can you be the one to inspire me? Oh, shucks, Tommy. I guess I will. That's why I'm here. All right, Blue 42, Blue 42. What inspires you? Try to think really hard about a time period somewhere in your educational career that sparked your interest. Was it World War One? Was it World War II? Was it the Middle Ages? Or was it ancient Egypt? That's where it starts. Coach Line, I can't think of a time period. I don't know. It's okay. You might not know, but my dad watches the History Channel all the days. By the way, that's my impersonation of a student. Yeah, no, that's not, I don't know if students talk like that, but I was just trying to have fun, my impersonation. Okay, it starts with passion. Then you can invest. So let's just say that you're very passionate about World War II. Where you start in your off time when you're not playing the game in the classroom is research, books, the internet, all right? And if you have a social media account, there are so many accounts related to that time period. So you go out, do the legwork, and that history bug will only grow more and more. Well, I already do that, Mr. Line. I love learning about geography and the ancient Egyptians. Well, yeah, that's great, but what you don't understand is that passion is going to translate into your history classroom. I'm watching a short video on stuff I already know how to do. But do you know that passion, that history bug, will translate into your classroom, and history will become more enjoyable? So by doing that outside research, by having the history coach inspire you, it is going to translate into a world of knowledge. Well, I didn't have the history coach, but I did have teachers all throughout middle school, all throughout high school, that inspired me to love the subject. Then when I got into college, spoke to my counselor, had small amount of history bugs in me, and understood this is what I want to do. I want to share that passion. I want to share that knowledge with my history students. And you better darn believe in all of my history classes, I had the highest grades than in any other subject. It's because I had passion and I then invested. It does sound trivial. Yes, how can I apply myself in all of the classes? But if you're really wondering how you could do well in the class, that's the number one aim, is you got to go in there with that passion. And I'm going to talk all throughout the History Coach's YouTube channel on how to continue that passion going. That'll translate into great essays. It'll translate into great tests. And before you know it, you might be majoring in history. Common sense. Well, I just got to have a passion. I just got to have a drive and I'll do great in class. No, this is kind of a hidden secret, especially coming from a history teacher. My students who do the best in the class are 110% locked in. They're locked into my lectures. They're locked into the activity. They're locked in forever how long they are in my class, and before you know it, their grades steadily get better. Now, isn't that the ultimate goal? Is to get the A? Of course it is. We always strive for that A. But what I'm trying to instill in you is that lifelong learning. Now, if you're a parent watching this, think back to middle school, think back to high school. Were you inspired by that teacher? Some say yes, and then you become Coach Line. Some say, yeah, no, and they don't remember when the War of 1812 was. I don't want you to become that lifelong forgetter, okay? I'm here to inspire you to get that A, but I'm also here to make sure you're a lifelong learner of history. So when you become my ripe old age of 21 or 22, who's counting? You could always look back and say, wow, I mean, I did great in my history classes, but I remember a lot from my teacher. I remember a lot from Coach Line's YouTube channel. And that's what I'm here. These aren't, things that you're going to forget years down the road. These are things that you're going to remember when you're our age. So, are you ready to get bit by the history bug? Are you ready to have a passion for history? I know you're ready to do well in the classroom, but are you ready to be a lifelong learner? That's why this video was published today, to obviously prepare you for the history class you're about to go in, but it's here to inspire you. That's why I'm here. If you're liking these videos like I am, man, I'm having a blast doing this. Please share with all your friends, subscribe, like, do all this modern age sharing, and check me out on all the social media platforms. I'll see you next video.